What is up, guys? Welcome to Legacy TCG. Back with some Edison. We've got Oscar on the left playing his Jinzo OTK deck, and Wilson is playing I think it's Diva hero or some like tele hero type of deck, or maybe a combination of both. Something spicy. I didn't even know he had this deck. Usually he's on Black Wings, but it looks like he's pulling out a shiny new toy. Let's see how he can navigate this match. Gearframe's gonna add a fortress to hand. He's gonna mind control and maybe convert this card into something bigger. So he's gonna opt to go into Yugioh with Krebons. Maybe it's well dead, I don't know. But I think I saw like zero as well as editing this, so it might be a combination of both. I believe does he swing? That didn't look like he motioned swing, so maybe he didn't swing. Maybe has a different maybe wait a turn until you have a normal summon to deal with whatever monster, or if like Gores will come out. Swinging into an open board, it's pretty scary. If you do that, then you know you have the potential of dealing with Gores that can wipe your field pretty much for free, just for one card, right? You don't really want that. Gearframe is going to go into another piece. It will be Fortress. He's got a lot of cards in hand, hasn't set a single spell or trap. This card is special Fortress. Bottomless will eat this guy. Okay, so he has another Fortress in grave. He has the option to special another Fortress if he would like. Yeah, he's gonna do it. So Yugioh can steal the Fortress. The only problem is if you do steal it and your opponent destroys it, he gets to pop a card of his own because it goes to his grave. So that's the downside. Maybe he equips. No, he's gonna go for 300. Take 3. Yeah, he will special, and then the Yugioh will die. Okay, and then Gearframe will pop the Fortress, and since there's nothing to destroy, yeah, the Fortress was the answer to Yugioh. Yeah, that's the dangerous part about stealing a Fortress, like especially if a really like established board, it can start picking you apart rather than helping you. You have to put it back into attack position to really be helpful to you. Okay, Stratos will hit the field. Maybe add Malicious Mat. Nope, he's gonna add Elemental Hero Bubble Man. We haven't seen that card in quite a while. What? I don't even know what Bubble Man does. Bubble Man. Yugioh. I know there's like some combos with it, but he's gonna go sacrifice Gearframe, put Jinzo down. That's gonna turn off all the traps. Swing for 600. Sometimes the Jinzo OTK deck, it's like sometimes it just grinds. It's not all gas. It actually has a pretty good grind game. So this is the only card in your hand. You can special summon it. When this card is summoned, you can draw 2 cards. You must have no other cards and no cards in your hand to activate and resolve this effect. Okay, so if you top deck the Bubble Man, you can special it and then he refills your hand essentially. So 0 hits the field, will crash over this Jinzo. Okay, so we got some waters, we got Krebon, so it's like a Teledad 0 deck. Haven't seen Divas though, so yeah, but this first 0 hits the board. It's gonna be a problem for us. We want to deal with it with as little monsters as possible. Um, hmm. Ideally, like pitch force special fortress. But I think Oscar just passes back to Wilson. He's gonna summon Dark Grepher, pitch plague to banish to send malicious. So he can level up a little bit further by or like he can keep extending essentially if he wants, but he's gonna swing in with Dark Grepher. Battle Fader will hit the field, and that's gonna buy us a turn. Battle Fader inside Oscar's deck has every time I see it played, it performs very well for him. I kind of want to try out maybe one copy in my Machina deck to see how that goes. I think it's a underrated card. Essentially, it's like a Gore's 2.0, but it can save you some damage too. Doesn't give you the +1, but it gives you the body to work with on your turn, and that can be pretty useful. Okay, Prisma hits the field. Let's see what he reveals for that summon. Oh, he's gonna run over Grepher. Just a clean crash. That way he can't set up more of his grave. Zero run over this card and we'll pass. What is okay, that's good. He drew a force. We've got the fortress set up in grave. Do we want to risk pitching force, crashing into zero, and then trying to get that additional pop in the back? I don't know. We haven't seen any bottoms just yet. No no D prisons. Those are very real cards. What else could Wilson set? I guess Mirror Force Torrential is another thing on our radar. Looks like he doesn't want to deal with it, so we'll Giant Trunade, Pitch Force, Special Fortress, and then we'll just go to battle here. Just because when zero dies, it's gonna nuke the field. Oh, he might even go even harder with Brain Control, but as far as I can see, I think Wilson's at 7,400 HP. He has 5,000 attack on the board. He will go 17, 25, and 25. Okay. So he's out of brain control range for Wilson. What do we do with a zero? Like, how do we end the game? Do we sack it? Or we just give it back to him? Interesting. Okay. Huh. We did do a buttload of damage, but it wasn't kill shot, so this might let us like we could go Stardust, zero, crash into Fortress, blow up Prisma, and then when Fortress tries to clap back, we can just tribute with Stardust, and then hopefully that's enough. But Oscar's pretty healthy, so he can draw like Cyber Eltonin. As long as he has the lights set up. It has to be a light machine monster to be summoned. Oh, he's got Miracle Fusion, wipe the board. Using his Malicious. Okay. Very aggressive. But he gets his second zero out. Yeah, maybe the other Mali part was in his hand, so he couldn't use that card. Huh. So he had the answer on board already, was zero. Zero can just crash into Fortress and then everything goes. But he opts to... Yeah, I think that the Miracle Fusion maybe should have been used after, and then you get more parts. I don't know. Yeah, because even if you have the malicious part in hand, you can top deck the special plague, banish malicious, go into, you can go Dark Hand or Stardust, leaving Oscar with nothing. So, yeah. Oh, he does have the Elton in, but no piece to, no lights to wipe Zero. So now he could have had the wipe for this board instead of last time, because last time he had the answer. He had the answer inside Zero, right? So he's gonna top deck plague, special plague, and then see what he decides with that monster. Maybe a Caius. Yeah, Caius will target Fortress. He's gonna pitch the last card in his hand, which is Deep Prison. He could have avoided it by setting the Deep Prison. That way it wouldn't rip it. Next time you target Fortress, if you can set your card, you might as well set it rather than ditching it. But he takes game 1 from Oscar. And we'll go to game 2. Let's see if we can do a reverse 2-0. Looks like Oscar passes it and goes, let's Wilson go. Maybe he has faders in hand to start up a Jinzo play, maybe Cyber Dragons. Tragodia is another piece, so it'll take 1800 on this swing. And Tragodia is going to be pretty big. Ooh, Smashing Ground is going to answer it. Alrighty. MST, that back row, MST for MST, an eye for an eye. And we will ditch Cyber Elton into Special Fortress. And we'll swing in for 700 and then banish this Zero with our Kaiku to keep him off the heroes. So he's going to attempt to control Wilson's Grave. That way he doesn't have any targets for Miracle Fusion. We're going to special the little Prodigy, normal summon Gilman, and then Miracle Fusion these two away into our Zero. But the cool thing about Zero is he is a pretty big ooh, you actually can't, because wait, what? Wait. Oh, they're from field. Okay, so if those cards were in the graveyard, then he couldn't have done this play, but since they were on the field, they can be banished. So he's gonna take 700 on this strike, and then yeah, the Fortress is answered with a Zero. There's no real way to answer absolute Zero unless you have like My Body as a Shield, which is not a very common card that is played. Honestly, I guess if Frogs went down in popularity, that card could be used more often. It's just not very useful against Hero Frogs. Caius and Ryza, they don't destroy, they just compulse things to the top of the deck, or Phoenix Wingwind Blast things to the top, and banish things to exile. So he's gonna do another Zero, will attack, and it will get prisoned. Easy answer. Future Fusion is gonna be searched for, and 2 turns, it's gonna be a lot of trouble for Wilson. If he doesn't have the Dust Tornado to deal with that card. MST was already set earlier on, so essentially we have like a turn to live. A turn to present something to stop this card from coming. Okay, well set. Future Fusion gets added to hand. And we might be in trouble. He's gonna reveal Chimera Tech like Over Dragon, I think. He's gonna send all of his machine pieces, thin out the deck. 3 Jinzos, 3 Returners, all the Fortresses. Yeah, none of them were in hand, so that's really good for Oscar. and then the one Cyber Dragon because it's mandatory. So these Jinzos are gonna fly onto the field. We've got Machine Invasion. Yeah, that's sick. They do get destroyed during the end of the turn, but I don't think there's going to be another turn after this. So you can also normal summon that Dyna to avoid any potential Gores plays as well. Yep. We're going to attack over the Sangan. Sangan can search for anything. But it doesn't matter because we have enough damage on board. Alright, game number 3. This is for all the marbles. Let's see who's going to take the game 2-1. So far, so good. Some sequencing by Wilson, but he is a little green. Not as green as he used to be, but he still shows some of that greenness, and eventually he will learn. Especially if you come to Card Addiction, iron sharpens iron, and we have a lot of good players here at Card Addiction. So he's gonna go Dark Grepher, pitch a monster, pitch another hero, try to stock that grave up with some heroes for our Miracle Fusion. But yeah, hopefully Wilson finds a deck that he really enjoys playing. And if you can find a deck that you really like to play, and you just play that deck over and over and over again, and make adjustments as you see fit. He also plays Diva as well, so it's Diva and Krebons plus Miracle Fusion, so there's a ton of synchroing power inside the deck. That is a lot of juice. But he's gonna go Diva with Grepher, make a maybe a Brio, maybe Goyo. He's gonna offer the Water Monster, Brionic, the Sea Serpent of the Ice Barrier, not the Dragon. Dark Arm Dragon hits the field. Oh god, this is an extremely explosive start. He's gonna banish Dark Grepher, pop the monster. I feel like, I mean, I'd be kind of spooked to, like, if there's a torrential down there, like, dude, we essentially lose. But he opts not to guarantee the Dark Arm. Like, this Dark Arm, first of all, might be unnecessary because there's not a lot of things that we need to disrupt on the board anyways. There's pretty much a T set, and it's not like, unless you're planning on like killing your opponent in one turn, then you drop the Dark Arm. So but as of right now, it looks like we only have we're short like 800 life points. So if he has like Miracle Fusion, then that's another story. Then yeah, like this play is good. Okay, he's gonna pitch a monster, send that card up. All right, it is a Compulse. Compulse will answer one of these cards. Maybe we send the Brio back. We could send the Dark Arm back, but Dark Arm will just come back on the field with the Synchro material. So let's get rid of Brio. And Oscar has successfully thwarted the OTK. We'll go Stardust Dragon. This is more than half of our life points, so sizable amount. Hopefully there's no Gores on the other side. But even if there's Gores on the other side, the Dark Arm Dragon will answer it. That is the power of that monster. Okay, let's see what we can conjure. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Looks like we just have a Dyna set, 2 back row. Dark Arm Dragon can just start having a field day with these spells and traps. We just remove everything, banish it all, and it looks like it's gonna be a wrap for Wilson. Yep, Mirror Force. We will attack, and that is the game. All right, he gets a 2-1. He does have the Miracle Fusion in hand as well. It wouldn't have been field because he removed all his monsters, but sometimes you just need that Dark Arm Dragon to win. I will say on this play right here for Wilson, he like summoned Zero with these two. Where was it? Okay, let's see. So yeah, he's staring at. Okay, it's right here. So right here he decides to Miracle Fusion, banish Zero plus another material, which was Malicious, to wipe this field because it gets wiped and it brings out Zero. But Zero already kind of does that. He already does it just by crashing. So you crash, wipe the field, and then you can Miracle Fusion if you want to bring out another Zero to stop a clapback, because he was pretty low. He was at 700. So is it the same thing? Maybe it's not the same thing, because I guess he gets to attack with this play. Maybe I'm thinking about saving resources too much. Maybe this was the right play. As we go Miracle Fusion, wipe this, bring out our dude. I guess it's the same thing. And then it brings out a Zero, and then he attacks. Whereas if he attacks, wipes the board, Zero goes to grave. I guess he gets more material if he does it the way I'm thinking, but there's less damage coming in. I don't know. It's yeah, also this play, there's another funky play with Malicious. So he goes Dark Grepher, pitch, special. There's another funky play that I thought was could have been used a little bit better, but I don't remember what it is. But anyways, yeah, cool deck. It has a lot of synchroing power. It has Krebons and Deep Sea Diva. You usually don't see both of those cards packed into one deck, but Wilson has conjured something that got him the win. I think he went 3-0 this weekend, and then, or went 2-0, and then which is really good, because yeah, it's really good for him to go 2-0, because he's still learning a lot of things. A lot of things kind of go over his head, but as he keeps playing, he keeps coming, so he's gonna get better, and eventually he's gonna rise to the top with the rest of the guys. But anyways, if you guys like the videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Also, we have our top 8 standings for Season 10's SoCal Retro Yugs tournament at Card Addiction, powered by SoCal Retro Yugs and Gem Accessories. So pretty much every week you have a chance to accrue points. First place gives you 6 points, second place 4 points, third place 2 points, and then if you go X1 for the night, you get awarded 1 point. The top 8 players of the season usually lasts around like 3 months ish. The top 8 players will compete against last season's top 8 players for a top 16, and then if the top 8 players are the same as the last top 8 players, they pretty much earn themselves a bye for the first round of 16. Yeah, anyways, Paul, Tommy, and Primo are the top dogs of the store. Extremely consistent players. Every time they get first, second, third, it's just another walk in the park for them. But you should expect next season different names will be on this list. A lot of new players have entered the store, and as the saying goes, iron sharpens iron, and eventually those newer players will pick up good habits from the top, 8, 12 players in the store, and eventually they'll rise to the top. Everyone starts somewhere, so it's not always going to be these top 8 players. If you want to get good at the game, you just keep playing, keep analyzing your mistakes. You learn a lot more from your mistakes than you do from your wins, and yeah, it's a good time. If you are in the area, Card Addiction, SoCal, Anaheim, feel free to stop by. We are more than happy to have new players into the store. It's always a fun time. The more the merrier, as we say. Anyways, thanks for watching. One more week until the end of season 10 comes to a close, and then we should have the footage for you in a couple of weeks. Hope to see you there. Peace.